All right, so this is the beginning of our new learning segment where you guys have talked about hands, you drew figures, and you sculpted a figure, and now we're about to go into portraits. And your portraits are heavily inspired by the Baroque period. Some people say Baroque. That is so wrong. Don't say that. Just say Baroque. Like you're broke as a joke, but you're really enunciating that. So we're talking about Baroque art today. Today I'm going to show you various different artwork throughout the Baroque period. I'm even going to start you off with a discussion, and I want you guys to look at this artwork or look at the two artworks and kind of decide between something. You'll see here in a second. I really want you to be able to pick out the style of artwork compared to other art movements and time periods throughout art history. And then you guys will eventually, like I said, make a portrait inspired by this style. Okay, so here's the discussion that I was talking about. And I'm just going to kind of give you a little bit of information before you guys talk about it. Both of these are depicting the same scene. However, two different artists painted each one. So I want you to decide which one was painted by a man and which one was painted by a woman, and how did you come to that conclusion? You guys can pause the video, talk about it, kind of give your guesses as to why, and then I'll explain the answer afterwards. So anyway, go ahead and pause this video. Okay, all right, I'm back. So you have come up with some conclusions, I'm sure, but I'm going to give you the answer. I'm going to start with this one on the right. This artist is in fact a woman. She is probably one of my favorite artists. Her name is Artisma Gentileschi. When I come back from maternity leave, I will tell you so much about her. She is such a cool artist. But anyway, yes, Artisma painted this, and then Caravaggio painted this, and he was a man. Caravaggio painted this first. He was kind of the introduction of the Baroque period. He really rarely got even to see it, just a little bit. He passed away before the Baroque period was even a thing. But Artisma was really inspired by Caravaggio and depicted the same scene. And she also really depicted a lot of the same things that Caravaggio did. Now, a common theme you'll see within the Baroque period is there's a lot of biblical paintings and a lot of Greek mythology paintings. And they're each depicting something very traumatic in these stories. And normally, when you look at a Baroque painting, you're going to notice a couple things. The first one, normally there's some type of blood and gore happening. And then the next one is the lighting. And I'll talk about that one in just a second. So again, blood and gore, that's the Baroque period. And then also this very moody lighting. Now, why were they choosing to do these things? This was a time where, this is after the Renaissance, I should go ahead and say. So the Renaissance is when, like the creation of Adam, when you see like the two fingers poking each other, that's the Renaissance, where everything's like light and airy and beautiful. And this is after that. So they've kind of switched gears, and they're trying to, this is during the time where it's like the Reformation of the church. So they are really trying to draw you back in and make their artwork in the church be more realistic and relatable. So they do this by making it much more dramatic and making you feel as if you were in the room with these people that they're depicting. So again, here are some more examples. Now these aren't as gory as the ones I've previously showed you, but they still have that dark and dramatic lighting. Here's some more examples. And while we're looking at these, I want you to tell me how many light sources you think there are. Some more examples. Again, with that dark dramatic lighting, but how many light sources do you see? I love this one. Okay, to answer your question with the light sources, you normally just see one. So that's why, like, over here, this is really dark. But you could tell that light source is coming over from that top left corner, and it's casting a shadow. Same with this one. The light source is over here. We know that because of her face, right? Okay, so I talked to you about the Renaissance, and this is after that. But which one is the Renaissance and which one is the Baroque style, and how do you know? You can pause this video, y'all can talk about it, but which one is which? To answer your question, yes, or my question, this is the Renaissance period, and then this is the Baroque period. Now, we've talked about the dramatic lighting, the blood and gore, which neither of these really depict, but I want you to notice the people as well. Now, in the Renaissance period, everything really looks staged, as if these people are really standing here in front of this backdrop, and they have been posed, and they are painting them, or the artist is painting them. Whereas this one, notice how the people look much more natural. Now, this is pretty much the same depiction, right? The Madonna and Child, and others involved as well. But over here, they just look much more natural. Now, I guess this could be posed, but it's, as far as like their wardrobe and the lighting, it looks like we just stumbled upon them as this is happening. So really, I want you to gather that this is, oh, let me answer that real quick. Okay, where were we? Let's see. We were talking about this as being the Renaissance painting, and then this being the Baroque painting. And I'm just going to end it there. So let's move on. Anyway, okay, so I keep talking about this dark and dramatic lighting, and this actually has a name, and it's called chiaroscuro. I want you to try to say that for me. Chiaroscuro. It is pretty much just the idea of using one light source. If you ever go to college and take a drawing course, they will probably set up a still life, and you'll sit in a dark room, and there'll be one light source, and they'll be like, oh, let's start our chiaroscuro drawings for the day. So that is the term, and we witnessed or got to see a lot of chiaroscuro lighting this entire time. So just a reminder, it's one light source. Okay, so the whole reason I'm talking about this is because, again, you guys are going to draw or paint a portrait using this technique. Now, this is going to change a little bit because I have, wow, words are so hard today. You guys are going to be able to choose your own lighting is what I'm going to say. You're still working in chiaroscuro lighting. However, we're going to change it to more of a colored lighting because I feel like this is a great introduction to portraits without having to worry about painting a lot of skin tones. So instead, you'll be painting colors instead. Something else that I changed from the Baroque style was that with the chiaroscuro lighting, instead of one light source, I'll give you two options or two color options or two lights to choose from. Wow. And you can choose two colors. And with your photo, you must be expressive. Now, you guys won't be taking your photos until I get back. However, I do want to prepare you for when I do get back and we can start painting. Okay. You will be taking your own reference photo. We'll have a photo backdrop set up and you guys will adjust your lighting and yeah, just take your own photo. And you'll send it to me, and I'll print it, and the whole shebang. Okay, here's some student examples. I'm just going to rush through these. I'll go over these again in person. But yeah, here we see a lot of expressive students here. Again, using that dark dramatic lighting, but in this case with color. Here's some more examples. Some more examples. This was taken around Halloween, so Kat was dressed up as Luigi, and I love it. All of these are so good. Some more. I have so many, and I have many more to upload because my students do so great with this project. Okay. So tomorrow, I'm going to walk you through how to grid Chadwick, and then I'll walk you through how to draw Chadwick too within the next day. After that, I think it'd be that Wednesday or Thursday. But today, since we're kind of jumping back into portraits and it's been a while, especially if it's been a while since you've taken Art 1, I'm going to have you guys do a worksheet today. And that just walks you through facial features. So that way when we jump to Chadwick, you'll be kind of refreshed on that. So that should be the next video after this one. Anyway, that's the project we're going to be doing next. So hopefully this was insightful. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.